What's going on, everybody? It's your boys that would know this off DFS, here to bring you the NBA prize picks prop plays for today, since it is none other than Taco Tuesday. I got a couple of plays I'm going to go over to pair them up with the taco plays that they have over here. If you guys don't have a prize picks account and you want one, check the link down in the description below so you guys can go ahead and get a deposit match bonus and go ahead and jump over here on prize picks. If you guys don't understand what prize pick is, it's pretty much a prop betting site where we can go in, pick a couple of players and decide if we want to go more or less in regards to what the projections are showing us. And boom, win some money just like that. Taco Tuesday, probably one of the best times for you to be able to go ahead and build your bankroll and build up some money over here, and take advantage of discounted slips, just simply because really it's the easiest way to get the best bang for your buck instead of chasing some of the regular lines and things like that. Really do think getting the discount lines, not only on sites like PrizePicks but Underdog, they do this too. Chalkboard is really good about this. They put out discounted lines every single day, like not just Taco Tuesday or nothing like that. It's every single day, right before lock for certain games. They'll put out a discounted line, and normally those lines are very generous in regards to how much of a discount is, and it's the easiest way to go ahead and build your bankroll. So again, if you guys don't got an account, check the link down in the description below so you guys can get that deposit match bonus. And if you're looking for the full list of plays, before they got bumped, before anything whatnot, before this video even came out, I've already uploaded those onto the Patreon. Check that link down below. You can go ahead and get my full list of plays. I'm only going to go over a couple of them that I really do feel like are in great spots for today's slate. So, of course, first one, Taco Ja Morant. He's the first taco of the day. You got about 2 hours to still go ahead and get this. By the time this video uploads, maybe you might have about an hour and 30 or so. But Ja Morant, and then if you want to pair it up with some of the other plays I'm going to go over, or you could pair some of the other tacos as they drop. Maybe you don't like Ja because you think that the San Antonio Spurs game is going to blow out. More power to you. That's fine. But Ja, taking him over his points. And the first play I'm going to go over is going to be my boy CJ McCollum. Looking over his props, really, I did like his assists at the 5 assists. Went over it in 2 out of his last 5 games. He's gone over with 9 and 6 assists in those 2 games. I do think this is a decent spot for him to actually be able to get that. But his points, they really stuck out to me at 18.5, going up against the Brooklyn Nets. I really do feel like this is a decent spot for him. Brooklyn right now, to opposing point guards, they're allowing 24.7 points to opposing point guards per game. Looking at it, he's been pretty hot. Been pretty hot over his last couple of games. And then just looking at him at home, pretty much 6 out of 10 in those games as well. 6 out of 10 overall. And then the games that he went under, pretty much he had 2 hooks, one against Memphis, one against Cleveland, and then Houston, pretty good defensive team right there. And then again, going up against Memphis was the only time that he's gone under. Now, since he's been on the Pelicans, now without Zion, with BI, all whatever, I know that the Pelicans, they have an up and down injury history, but the head-to-head, he is 2 for 2 in this matchup going up against the Brooklyn Nets with a 21 and 28 dating back to the 2022 to 2023 season. So I'm really right now, everything is pointing for me to want to take the over on that 18.5 for CJ McCollum. I really do like it. I got him projected for about 19 to 20 points on tonight anyway, so really do like the upside and the value that we're going to be getting over here for him, plus the minus 120 for him over there on Vegas. Kind of just adds the favorite for me in regards to, hey, this should be a good play for him to go over. Now, next play that I want to go to, but this is still going to stay inside the point category. This is going to be my boy Jalen Suggs. Looking at his game logs, of course, you're going to look at it and be like, no, heck no. He is 2 out of his last 5 in regards to going over the 11.5 mark. The thing with Jalen Suggs, he comes out firing in the first half. If he doesn't normally clear or get close enough to it, he's not going to clear it whenever it comes down to it. But really, this is the backup. This is the 1B to the actual prop that I want to get. I really want to get his fantasy score if they ever actually go ahead and add it and put it up for us over there on PrizePicks for his first half fantasy, because he is pretty good on the defensive side, and we do know that Golden State, they can definitely turn the ball over quite a bit. But I do like the upside for Jalen Suggs here in this position spot going up against the Golden State Warriors. I missed the one that actually won. Okay, here we go. But Jalen Suggs over for his points. Looking at it, opposing point guards going up against the Golden State Warriors, they're giving up roughly about 25.8 points per game, ranking 23rd to opposing point guards. And Suggs, he is playing that point guard, also playing that shooting guard role. So either way, both positions are really great spots for him to be able to go over this. Right now, sitting over in Vegas, it's a minus 125. Looking at his last 5, again, he also was dealing with injuries and things like that, but he's 50%, 5 of his last 5. In away games, he's 3 for 10, if we're going to go off of that right there. I know that I talked inside of my DFS breakdown in regards to Markelle Fultz being back, but I still don't think that Markelle Fultz is going to mess too much in regards to Suggs being able to actually hit this mark right here. Now, if we look against the head-to-head in regards to what he's done, he's 1 for 2 out of the head-to-head, dropping 26 points in the first game that he played against them last year in the 2022-2023 season. Second game, he did not hit the over, but he only played 15 minutes in that second game right here against the Warriors. Now, right now, Suggs, he's roughly out there averaging right around over 25, close to 28 minutes per game. Definitely taking a pretty good amount of field goal attempts, at least seeing 10 field goal attempts in each game, especially over his last 5 games. So as long as he can actually convert at a pretty decent clip, I do believe that we'll actually have a pretty good chance for him to actually go over this. Now, in that last game that he did not hit, going up against the Phoenix Suns, he shot very poor. He made 1 out of his 10 attempts that he took. And probably games before that, he was taking 15, 12, 11, 9, 9, 12. So long as the shot attempts are there, which they have been there for him, and he's actually converting, I really do feel like Jalen Suggs over that 11.5 is a pretty decent prop for us to go ahead and take. Another one that you can go ahead and pair up with your Ja Morant for the taco or any other tacos that come out later on today. All right, shifting gears to another stat category, we're going to go to a GOAT, Steph Curry. Now, normally, of course, whenever we come to Curry, we're going to be looking at points, 3-point made, things like that. At home, he's pretty decent at this 4.5 3-point made prop. So if you want to take a chance on this one, you definitely can. But I'm going to look at something else, and that's going to be those assists for Steph Curry. Now, since Draymond Green's been down, we have been seeing a little bit more of the playmaking duties as been spread out. Of course, between Steph Curry, Chris Paul, Pod, I'm not even gonna try to say his full name. Those guys, they've been really upticking in regards to assists. Sitting over there right now in Vegas, it's a minus 129 for him to go over this 4.5. Over on PrizePicks is sitting at 5, so we got push potential right here for this. Against the shooting guard position, the Orlando Magic, they're giving up roughly about 5.6, and then the point guards are giving up right around 6 assists to opposing point guards. Now, last 2 games, especially with the shakeup in the starting lineup, we've seen Curry. He had 7 assists in that last game against Dallas, which was the big shakeup to the starting lineup. They started Tracy Jackson. It got the start at the center position. Kuminga slid down to the power forward, and Chris Paul is now running the 1. Even with Chris Paul out there at the 1, I'm not too worried about Steph Curry not being able to go ahead and get those assists, just simply because you have another playmaker out there in Chris Paul. Chris Paul still is a pretty good shooter and reliable, and also a decent big in Tracy Jackson and Kuminga, who are finishers and not necessarily players that set up their own shots and things like that. I do feel like the upside is definitely going to be there for Steph Curry, who still has the rock in his hand quite a bit. Can actually go ahead and get there. Now, looking at it, games in his head-to-heads going up against the Orlando Magic, he cleared this last season with 8 assists and 9 assists in those 2 games. So besides just going off the head-to-head, playing at home, he's actually 6 for 10 going over this mark with and literally clearing it. Each one only pushed in 1 game, so a pretty good upside for him. As long as he's going to get the minutes, which he should, this should be a decent and close game. I really do have quite a bit of interest in this whole Golden State Warriors versus Orlando Magic game as a whole, not even just besides for being a fan. But really like the upside. Pretty good mark right here for Steph Curry. Got him projected right now at 5.5 assists over in projections for me. Plus that with also the odds from Vegas at sitting at a minus 129. Decent over right here for Steph Curry at that 4.5 mark, or the 5 over here on PrizePicks. You can definitely go over there and get it on some other books like Sleeper, Chalkboard, Underdog, if they still have it up over there as well. All right. My last play that we're gonna go over, last play that I actually do not mind, and this one, it depends on if you can stomach it. And this is just the homer in me for this one right here. Luguentz Dort has been playing very well over his last several games, and if you know anything about Lu Dort, he is out there to play 3 and D. 1.5 3-point made. He's going to get those 3-point shots. He's going to get those attempts because most teams, they do not pay attention to Lou whenever he's out there on the court. They tend to sag off. They tend to go ahead and let him get those spot-up shots, especially whenever he's in the corner or at the top of the key. A lot of teams let him actually just go ahead and fire away from 3. Now, if we look at his game logs, of course, over here, the last 5, sometimes it tells a story. He is 3 out of his last 5 in regards to going over. Didn't go over versus Denver, and did not going up against New York. But 5 threes versus Minnesota, 2 versus the Los Angeles Lakers, and 4 versus the Brooklyn Nets. If we go over to his game logs, looking at his last 10, Lou is 7 for 10 in his last 10. And let's pull up his home record. And at home, he's 6 for 10 going over it. Looking at it, he's playing the small forward position. Boston Celtics against opposing small forwards are giving up roughly about 2.8 to opposing small forwards, and then to opposing shooting guards, because he's going to play between those 2 positions. 3.9 to opposing shooting guards. So decent margins. But if we look at the head-to-head, Lu Dort is 100% in his head-to-head going up against Boston Celtics with 4, 3, and 3 3-pointers made. The attempts, they're there for Lou. He gets quite a bit of 3-point attempts, at least roughly averaging right around 4 3-point attempts a game over his last several games. He's had 6, 6, 6, 6, 4, 3, 5 3-point attempts. So a lot of threes have been flying from Lou Dort, especially when you have playmakers out there in the offense with Chet, with Jalen Williams, Josh Giddey, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. All these players out there, they're drawing all this attention. Like I said, a lot of teams, they don't pay attention to Lou, and he's actually a very good three-point shooter, sitting right now over there on Vegas with a minus 125 odds for the over. One of my favorite plays on today's slate. And of course, this is the homer in me speaking, because we are going to beat the Boston Celtics tonight. And Lou Dort is going to be a catalyst on that. I see 2 to 3 threes for Lou tonight. Really do like the over. So hopefully you guys do too. But that's going to be the plays for me on today. Let me know, do you guys have any plays that really stuck out to you that you think are going to be smash spots that definitely we could pair it with some other tacos? And hey, hopefully we go ahead and we can all cash out in regards to some of these plays. Good luck to you guys. If you want to check out the full list of plays that I'm going to be posting or that have already posted, check the link down in the description for the Patreon. Make sure you guys catch all those tacos. And again, if you guys don't got an account, check the link down in the description so you guys can get that deposit match bonus and join me over here on PrizePicks. Good luck.